If you own a Mac, you need to update right now. Apple just dropped macOS 26.4, and while the version number might look like a small bump, there are hidden features inside that will completely change how you use your computer. I'm talking about a sneaky new battery trick that will literally add years to your Mac's lifespan, massive iCloud upgrades, and a serious warning message you absolutely cannot ignore if you want your apps to keep working. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about freeing up your screen space. Safari is finally bringing back compact tab bars. Instead of your address bar and your tabs stacking up and taking up two bulky rows, you can now merge them into one sleek line. It gives you so much more room for the websites you're actually looking at. Over in Apple Music, things just got a massive facelift. We've got a brand new, beautiful full-screen player that looks straight out of an Apple TV. But the real star is the completely redesigned mini player. You can now see your lyrics, your upcoming queue, and way larger album art. Pro tip: go into your advanced settings and pin this mini player right on top of your other apps so you can control your music seamlessly while you work. And if you use Freeform, there's a new Creator Studio subscription unlocking a massive content hub loaded with Apple's premium stock images and graphics. For the highly organized, Apple Reminders just added an urgent category. Now, any reminder you set with an alarm will automatically bundle itself right there, and it syncs perfectly with your iPhone so you literally never miss a deadline. Oh, and for the texters, we've got 6 brand new emojis, including Bigfoot, an orca, and a treasure chest. Because, priorities. Now, let's talk about finding your files. Spotlight Search is a total lifesaver, but let's be honest, the results can get really cluttered. With 26.4, Apple is letting you ruthlessly clean it up. macOS 26.4 is packed with quality-of-life updates. Drop a treasure chest emoji in the comments if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next big Apple update, and I'll see you in the next one. You might want to stop what you're doing for a second, because Apple just quietly dropped something that could completely change how you use your Mac every single day. The new update, macOS 26.4, doesn't look massive at first glance. No flashy redesign. No dramatic announcement. But once you dig into it, you realize this update is packed with small changes that actually make a big difference. And some of them? You'll notice instantly. Let's start with something simple, but surprisingly powerful. Safari just got smarter again. Now you can bring back compact tab bars, meaning your tabs and address bar can live together in a single row. It sounds like a small tweak, but once you switch to it, everything feels cleaner. More space for content. Less clutter. More focus. And that's the theme of this update. Less noise. More control. Then there's reminders, and this one is sneaky good. A brand new urgent category is now here. If you attach an alarm to a reminder, it automatically jumps into this section. Which means the stuff you really can't afford to forget is always right in front of you. No digging. No missing it. Just instant visibility. Now here's where things start getting interesting. Apple is slowly turning your Mac into something that feels more connected to everything else you own. Take the updated Apple Music experience. It now looks and feels closer to what you'd see on Apple TV 4K, with a redesigned full-screen player that's cleaner, more immersive, and honestly, just more enjoyable to use. But the real upgrade? The mini player. It's more powerful now, letting you see lyrics, your upcoming queue, and even larger artwork, all without leaving what you're doing. And if you didn't know this already, you can pin it on top of everything. So your music is always there. Always in reach. Now before we go deeper, let's talk about something fun. Yes, new emojis just dropped. And not the boring kind. We're talking about things like a landslide, an orca, even Bigfoot. It sounds random, but somehow, it adds personality. It makes your messages feel just a bit more alive. And that's classic Apple. Even the smallest details get attention. But now, let's get into something that actually matters long term. Battery health. If you're using a MacBook, this could be one of the most important features in the entire update. You can now limit your charging to 80%. And that's huge, because lithium-ion batteries degrade faster when they stay fully charged for long periods. So if your MacBook is always plugged in, this feature could literally extend its lifespan. Not by days. Not by weeks. By years. And that's the kind of upgrade you don't appreciate immediately, but you will over time. Now here's something power users are going to love. Spotlight search just got more precise. Before, it could feel messy. Too many results. Too much noise. Now, you can filter what shows up. Exclude specific file types like videos or PDFs. Even block certain file extensions completely. Which means when you search, you actually find what you're looking for. Faster. Cleaner. Smarter. But there's also a warning hidden inside this update, and it's something a lot of people might ignore. If you see a message saying an app is using an Intel-based version, that's not just information. That's a countdown. Apple is preparing to phase out support for those apps entirely. And in future versions, they might not even open anymore. So if you see that warning, it's time to update. Or risk losing access completely. Now let's talk about something surprisingly useful, iCloud. Two major changes here, and both fix real problems. First, if you're part of an iCloud family, you no longer have to share the same payment method. Finally, everyone can use their own card. Simple change, a massive convenience. And then there's this. Search on iCloud.com. Yes, search. Something that should have been there from the beginning. But here's the twist. Apple didn't just add it the usual way. Instead of scanning your data on their servers, your search request is sent to your own Apple device, like your iPhone, which processes it locally and sends the result back. That means your data stays private. Your device does the work. And you still get fast results. It's one of those features you don't think about, but once you use it, you wonder how you ever lived without it. And that's really what this entire update is about. Not loud changes. Not dramatic redesigns. But small, thoughtful improvements that make your Mac feel better. Faster where it matters. Smarter where it counts. And more personal in ways you don't expect. So here's the real question. If updates like this keep coming, quietly improving everything behind the scenes, at what point does your Mac stop feeling like just a computer? And start feeling like something that just understands you?